been flying a DJI Mavic Pro for a long time now, a good few years, and yesterday I decided it was time to upgrade and get a new drone, so I got the DJI Mavic Air 2. So today I'm going to do a little comparison video. So with this drone I also got the Fly More combo, which comes with some extra stuff. It comes with 3 wires for connecting your mobile devices, 3 spare batteries, it comes with a bag, it comes with 8 sets of propellers and also a battery charging station. And also, which was quite nice because when I got the Mavic Pro, you didn't get this with the Fly More combo. They also provided 3 different types of filters to put on your drone to try and block out some sunlight. So this is the bag it comes with. Would I use this bag? Yeah, but only sometimes. One thing I noticed that happened with my last drone is because I always use this type of bag to store it, you know, with the humidity that is in southern China, things get quite moist, and it caused a little bit of rust to happen just next to the propellers in the legs where you put the propellers in, and also it got a little bit of mold on the bottom of the drone. This was over a period of a long time, but I would always recommend just, you know, also getting some kind of hard case for it to store it in when it's at home and not being used. First of all, if it falls over, it won't get damaged, and second of all, just to kind of keep any kind of damp away from the drone. This is the controller that comes with it. It's quite nice, it feels quite easy to hold in your hand. Another thing that I quite like about it is the sticks that you put in to control the aircraft. You actually twist it in, which I think is a good idea, because with my last drone you couldn't do that, and you know, the controller would just take a lot of space up when you were storing it. And also it doesn't have antennas. With my last drone, you would have these big antenna sticks, and it would be kind of, when you were storing it, you'd always worry that you might accidentally snap the antennas. So I quite like that. And also it's much easier to put your phone into, like this, because with my old one you used to have flaps at the bottom, and you'd pull them out, and I found that the flaps weren't designed for all phones, so if you have a large phone it's always quite difficult to put the phone into it. And one thing I don't like, and I don't understand why they do this, DJI, is the sport mode. I don't understand why anyone would pay quite a lot of money for something that's basically a piece of photography equipment to then go and fly it around recklessly. It would be much easier to just buy a sports drone, I think. So I don't understand why they have that setting on it. But it's quite good how you can switch between normal mode and tripod mode. That makes it a lot easier, because with my Mavic Pro you'd have to go into the app settings and adjust it that way, and it was always quite tedious and took quite a lot of time. So this is the Mavic Air 2. It's much lighter than the Mavic Pro, which is a huge plus for me, because when I'd take my old drone out, the Mavic Pro, it was just so heavy that after a while of carrying it, your back would start hurting. Also, I like the way it looks, very similar to the old Mavic Pro, so that's quite good. It feels quite familiar to me. I don't like the gimbal protector. It's really annoying to get off. and also getting on. With my old drone that was much easier. The camera looks quite a lot larger than my last one. I haven't flown this drone yet, but I'm hoping that because the camera is quite a lot bigger, it should take a lot better videos and take nicer photos. So we'll see. I'll take it out for its maiden voyage and I'll tell you what I think. When I flew my drone, I was kind of being pretty careful with it. Obviously that was a test flight, so I think I could have done better shots, but I kind of chose keeping things easy and safe as opposed to trying to get some amazing footage. So it's really just an example of how good the camera is and how much of a difference filters make when you're flying your drone and taking videos. One thing I noticed when I was flying it is on my old drone there was like a pause button, so if you ever felt like you wanted the drone to stop doing whatever you've told it to do, you could just press a button on the controller itself and it would just stop and hover in mid-air. Whereas I couldn't seem to find it on this controller. It is my first flight, so maybe it's there. Oh, one other thing was that for some reason I was losing the video feed on my phone, but then I tried later on and it worked again, so I don't know what caused that. But other than those two things that I reckon is probably just me learning how to fly this new drone. It's a really good aircraft. I really enjoyed flying it today. But one thing that lets me down with DJI, and this is with my last drone, is that they kind of, after a few years, when they bring out a new drone, they don't really bother making batteries for old equipment. They just kind of ditch it as a project and just move on, which is something that kind of bugs me a little bit about DJI, that people invest quite a lot of money into their products and then when they come out of a new thing, they just stop making accessories for those products, and then people have to go to third-party suppliers and stuff. So that's something to bear in mind if you were thinking of buying this drone, that maybe in a few years it'll be difficult to get the equipment for it. But I hope you like this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.